Okay, this is the start of episode 8, and for all you observant people, episode 7 was a while ago. I haven't done very much because at the end of episode 7 the camera just goes to the bottom, hits the concrete floor and smashes to pieces. So that was the end of that camera. So this is a new camera. I haven't done an awful lot because I've been away on a trip on a bike. So I'll show you what I've done with this. Just a few little bits. We put the petrol and the brake line in the bottom. I can't put that other one on the floor in yet because it hits on the rotisserie when you turn it. And I've got the doors off. I'll leave one of them off at the moment. And we're just going around doing the doorways at the moment. And when that's finished, I'll put some black edge primer on that, put the doors back on, and I'm not sure how long it'll be before I get the primer filler on the whole body. So that's all that's been happening at the moment, not a great lot. I'll get back to you. Well, just showing you where I'm up to now. All the door jambs are all done around the windows and the jambs. Had to weld at least one of the holes up that side and another one the other side. It had gone too large, so I'll have to drill it out when I put the scuff plates back on there. The other side is still the same, all in good nick, apart from the one we welded up here, and I'll drill it in later. Everything's good around here. I just finished one of the doors. I'm going to put some soundproofing inside here. It took me a couple of hours to actually get this stuff off the inside here, and that was a tool of choice. Just make sure it's nice and sharp, and you ruin your wrist getting in there, but it's all completely cleaned out now. And as well as that, on the bottom, which you can't see very well, on the bottom of the door there's absolutely no rust in there. It's all nice and clean. So that's the back of the door done. I just got to finish the front of this one, and I put a skim on that one, and I'm going to take it all off and just to make sure there's no lumps and bumps on it before I put the primer filler on top. I'll let you know when I've done some more. Well, a few more hours work, and I've got the second door cleaned up inside. Luckily, the remainder of that tar come off right inside the door. So now it's nice and clean. I can get all the way to the bottom, clean the bottom up. And I'm going to put a coat of KBS over the complete inside of the door and down the bottom. And then we can put some soundproofing at Deadner on the outside of that, so the metal's coated and should never rust again. So that's the two doors ready to do it. I'll just put some black on there and I'll be back. Okay, so that's, oh, you can't see them anyway. Anyway, it's all nice and black in there, all the way down to the seams in the corners. and all the way to the top. So that should give us a bit of life on the doors, or more than my life anyway. That's it. I'll get back when I've got some more stuff to show you. This is a picture here of the dash. All the plastics have come back. That's all been chromed for the console and the dash, and also the centre part of the dash. And I've just finished masking everything up, so I can paint it all in one go in a satin black. So here's hoping this is going to work. I've put pinstriping on all the fine lines through the middle of it and taped up all the outside. And these ones here for the gauges, I've put the fine black pinstriping around the holes to cover up the chrome there. And I've got some tiny rings made up and in a vinyl, and that goes on the outside of it. So he's hoping this is going to work. By the way, when they chrome it, they actually take those pieces out of your dash and chrome them separately, so they'll get painted separately as well. All the zinc plating's back as well, all the nuts and bolts and bits and pieces and everything else. All the hinges look nice, and a bit of gold stuff as well to go in the engine bay. So here's hoping. I'll show you in a moment after I've just put the satin black on these pieces for the console and the dash. Back soon. Well, today's effort wasn't an awful lot. I've been playing with the dash. I got it all painted around the chrome, and it looks really nice. But I've just been fiddling with the illumination for the controls. Unfortunately, they've got a little black backing on there, and this little bit of perspex is the illumination part. You're meant to have the backing on the back of the white writing so you can see it. This one was missing, so I've actually painted the back of that black, matte black, and put a little copper strip in there and arrow dyed it in. These smaller gauges had to be put back in there. Just use arrow dye to put them back in. These had to be replaced, the metal, because once you chrome them, you've got to take every single piece off before you get it chromed, so that was a bit of a bugger. All the gauges are good. Now I've got these sticking down. It's only a matter of waiting a little bit of time and I can put the rest of it in. And there's just 100 pieces to put together. As far as the car goes, it's still laying on its side. Haven't actually touched the car today. All I've done today is I've actually put some undercoat, primer, filler undercoat on the inside of the doors here. So that's all ready, and I'm going to bolt the doors back onto the car now. Everything's nice and tidy in there. Actually, I tidied that up today as well. The gold. And I actually touched them up. I didn't spray them completely because you can't seem to get this sticker anywhere that goes on the 186Ss. So that's had a touch up rather than a complete paint job, but it looks pretty good. It was in good condition before we started, and I've just got to get a sticker and put back onto the little fella for the oil, and the fan needed a bit of a wipe over and a touch up. So that's all there is. I'll give you another look at the gauges when I've got them all together in the middle of the dash. That's all for now. And I've just finished the dash. So that's the front of the car all done now. Just got to put it aside till everything else is ready. Everything turned out nice. New chrome, new black paint, and the new lenses on the outside of the gauges as well. The timber, stick-on timber bits were okay. Didn't need to replace any of those. And the glove box is still fine as well. So that's it. There's the front of the car all sorted out. Back soon. Back again, and got a little bit more done. I'll just show you what we've done so far. We've got a diff in there and some springs. All new springs, shackles, rubbers, the whole lot. And just a word of warning. These rubber dicks suspension, the stops, if yours aren't bad, don't take them out, because that was held to get the two new ones back in there. I shouldn't have cut mine out, but I thought I'd do it and do it properly. But to get those back into those sockets, absolute bitch of a job. So just a word of warning, if you don't have to, don't pull them out. The brakes aren't complete yet. I'm just going to put the hubs on and put the wheels on, and with a bit of luck tomorrow I'll put it back down on the ground and put the front back on, and then I can get some polyester on here. All I've done is I've put some primer on the inside of the doors, and we can do everything up. I've got a friend with a spray booth, and I'm going to use his spray booth after you line everything up. So so that's it for now. And I think tomorrow I'll put the front back on the car and bolt the subframe in and get the wheels on the front and the back and get it rolling on the ground and get rid of this rotisserie. So if you need a good rotisserie, give us a yell. Only used once. That's all for now. Well, here it is. Front end's bolted together, all stuck up, or sealed up. The cross member's in. All new rubbers in the cross member. And there's 3 places, and the cross members are ready to go. I've just got to clean up the hubs, put some new bearings in there, and then we're rolling again. The back end of it's on now. The wheels on the back, the diff's in. Now I'll put the thing together roughly and put it back on its wheels, and then we'll get it up to a friend's spray booth and put a couple of layers of good solid undercoat on it. And that's it until we roll it at the shop, out of the garage. Soon. Well, here it is, back on the ground again, and all the suspension's been done. I put the front together so I can align the front guards and the bonnet up. Just going to put that on tomorrow. I'm going to get a hand lifted up. It's back on its wheels. All the suspension's now new. You can have a look inside. The whole lot of the suspension's new. I've got ball joints both ends, the tie rods, the connection here, little drag link. All the rubber's worked out alright with the suspension and the front end. The front end fits nicely. I'm only putting it together roughly at the moment so I can make sure that nothing else needs adjustment before I start to do some undercoating and heavy priming. So that's where we're up to now. Now it just looks like a big black mess, but with a bit of luck soon we'll have some red paint on it. And that's about all we've got for this episode. The next one will show you probably when it's getting undercoated, because there's not much more to do with it here. That's the end of it for now. See ya.